Hello everyone and welcome. It's Chef Jason Morris, your Ace Hardware Grill Expert, and I'm hanging out in the backyard today among the plants, getting ready for today's edition of Ace This Recipe. And actually, it's a lot more like Clean This Grill, because today we're talking about the ultimate cooking experience and how to keep this ultimate cooking experience set and ready to go. We've got a lot of cool tools we're going to use today. We're going to use our ever so famous 6-in-1 grill tool. That's our favorite grill cleaning tool of all times. We use it on all of our grills. We've got this cool grill mark brush to help us get the grill grates clean. We've got that version as well. We're going to use our 2.5-gallon vacuum to get all that ash out of there and get this thing nice and clean. And then to clean the outside, you've got a choice. You can use a little bit of Simple Green. That'll do a fantastic job. Or the world's best grill cleaner. We use this Traeger grill cleaner to keep the outside of our egg tip-top and in perfect working condition. So thanks for joining us. It's time to dig in and show you how to take it apart top to bottom and rebuild it bottom to top. So thanks for joining us. Let's do a little more in-depth, right? Kind of an in-depth review of what we've got. We've got a couple great grill mark brushes to help get the grates nice and clean. We've got our 6-in-1 paint tool as well. Then, most importantly, we've got our 7/16 and 1/2-inch socket. We're going to do a little tune-up as well. Make sure all the nuts and bolts are tight and the band is good. We've got our Craftsman 2.5-gallon vacuum. That's going to help us get all the ash out, all the extra little barbecue crumbs, so to speak. We've got a couple different cleaners for you, our GloveWorks gloves, and this is it. This is all you need to really get that big green egg dialed in and set and ready to go. So now it's time for us to get to cleaning. All right, let's get hands on here and start. Basically at the top, first thing I'm going to do is, I want to check my dial, make sure this is all nice and clean. We'll come back to the regulator at the top, but get this guy open. First thing I want to look at my gasket. How is my gasket doing? What's the condition of it? Look at this. Still nice and soft, still nice and pliable. This is in great shape. What I'm looking for is, boy, if this is worn out or heavily covered in fat, or it looks like it's starting to fall apart, maybe time to replace that. I'm going to get in here on the grill grate. First thing I'm going to do is get my scraper in, and I'm going to go through the grill grate on the top, and then I'm going to flip the bottom up like so, and now we're going to get the bottom as well. What I'm trying to do is get all those barbecue crumbs back down into the grill, so when it comes time to clean, we're in a good place. So we'll get this set to the side. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a look in here. I don't want to clean this like it's brand new. I'm just looking to take anything that may be on the surface. So very lightly, I'm just going to go around the top, and I'm going to give this a scrape just to get anything that's stuck. I'm not looking to take off seasoning. I'm just looking to get rid of some of those barbecue crumbs or barbecue particles. Then I'm going to take the top fire ring here, and I'm going to scrape along this side. And I'm also making sure I get down in the grooves where the plate setter or the convector sits, because I want to make sure I get those freed up as well. So go through this real quick. Get this guy all cleaned up. Get anything that's stuck inside there. And if you need to, you can come in here with your brush and do the final little bit of cleaning as well. Like I said, I'm not going for brand new. I'm going for just getting anything stuck off there. So now what I'll do carefully is I'm going to take the fire ring out, but it's time to inspect it. Do I have any cracks? Are there any chips? Is there anything I need to worry about? Definitely time to get some good visual cues and get set to go. So that is done. We'll set that to the side as well. And now we're down into the firebox. And I'm going to take this old charcoal, and it looks like this is going to be salvageable. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to unload this charcoal and save it for my next cook. So we get down in here, and really what I'm looking to do is just get all these smaller chunks out. I don't want anything to clog up the vacuum. So last couple little handfuls. And what I've done now is I can see the fire grate. So I will carefully shake off the fire grate, right? Give it a little tap, nothing too hard. I make sure it says this side up. Make sure this is all clean. Get that all set. And I will set the fire grate to the side, because now I want to get down into the fire bowl itself. So what I will do is actually lift the fire bowl out, and I'll take another visual inspection of the fire bowl. What does it show me? Nothing. It shows it's nice and clean. There's no cracks. Everything is good. We'll go ahead and get it brushed off and get that set as well. So now we put this to the side, and basically we've taken apart the egg from the top to the bottom. And now, if you look down inside the big green egg, it is time to get this guy vacuumed. But first, let's go through here one more time and just have this as an opportunity to check it again. get it all scraped down, get anything that's stuck, and we will go from there. So next up, time to fire up the vacuum and get this guy cleaned out. We picked out all the large chunks, and now it's time to go through with the vacuum and get the rest of the ash and everything cleaned out. And I'll tell you, having a nice clean grill really allows you to get in here, like I said, give it a visual inspection and make sure this thing is in tip-top shape. So let's go ahead and get in here, get this guy all taken care of. And then once we get the center cleaned out, we're going to go down into the front adjustment area in that little front door, and we're going to get those channels in there cleaned out and vacuumed out as well, just making sure we get everything taken care of and our grill is back to being nice and clean and ready for, I don't know, maybe some pulled pork, maybe a nice big fat juicy brisket, or some beautiful barbecue product. So, move it on the side here. All right, and that's it. So that's the inside. That's what I want to do on the inside. We have got it all clean and set and ready to go. When we started the cleaning process, we went ahead and left this closed because we didn't want any of the ash or particulate to come out the front. Now, turn the vacuum on. We're going to open this guy up, but we also want to go ahead and get in here and get all the grooves and the channel clean as well. And if you notice anything stuck in there, again, I use my paint tool and I get in there, get everything loose, and get that all set and ready to go. I'm figuring, you know what? It's cleaning time. Time to literally go top to bottom and get this set. Now, I'm going to leave this open because this is going to come in handy when it comes time to show you how we align everything, because now it's time to put our egg back together. Time to put it back together. One of the things I pay attention to is, see this cut right here? Well, guess what? That's right in the center of the tunnel, which I also want to put in the center of the front entrance. So, carefully, we are going to set this back down in there. Get that all set and ready to go. Now, I'm going to take a quick visual and look at the middle of the egg. Make sure we get that lined up. So I've got that lined up and I'm set and ready to go. Now, time to put in the fire grate. Again, this side up. Stick my pinky in there. Set that guy down in there. Make sure it is all lined up and ready to go. And now it's time to put back in the fire ring. So, normally, not a huge deal how you put this in. I actually will give you my tip. I like to set it with one opening here and two slots there. Just helps me remember how I get my convector set back in. But look at that. That is it. Nice and clean, ready to go. Let's take a look at the bottom and show you what I mean by lining up those tunnels to make sure everything is grill ready. See how that is all lined up and you can see right into the grill? That is exactly what we're looking for, making sure those tunnels are wide open because we don't want to choke off any air. We want that to be open and ready to give you some beautiful, beautiful heat and air to get this big green egg set. That's exactly how it is. We are perfect. Now it's time to start on the outside. Well, now we're on the outside. Time to take a look at this. One of the things I look at in the regulator, honestly, I don't worry about cleaning this unless there's some resistance in here. If I'm cooking a lot of high-fat items, this will sometimes get just a little bit caught up, but I don't really worry about it. If it slides freely when it's cold, usually you are good to go. So now, a couple things. Let's spray a little simple green on our rag and on our egg as well. And now I just go through the outside and I'm just making sure I get this thing nice and shiny, right? Simple green is definitely for exterior use. I'm not going to use it on anything inside. And honestly, I don't use any chemicals inside when it comes time to cleaning the big green egg. I just let it do its thing. Now, here is something to look at. Let me get in here a little bit tighter for you, a little bit closer. And I want to show you just a little bit more maintenance, right? So, I want to go through and check the band. I think that's important as well. So, I just take a 7/16 socket just on my little ratchet there, and I just want to go through all of these and make sure that they're tight. It's a good time while you have the egg cleaned and apart. Oh, look at that one was a little bit loose. So just a good time to go through and check your band, check all the nuts and bolts, and make sure everything is set. And then for the bigger bolts, you're going to use a 1/2 inch as well. But now I will basically work my way around the egg and give everything a tighten and make sure that the band is tight, the hinges are tight, the straps are tight, and life is good. So I'm giving the grill a little cleanup, and it makes sense too to get your top clean. And I'm going to spray a little of that simple green on my top so I can get the modular nest all cleaned up and ready to go as well. I figure, you know what? Might as well give it a clean top to bottom. We'll get the nest and all of that surface clean as well. So, there you have it. Quick and simple, right? Nothing too difficult, but we have got an absolutely beautiful egg. Well, there you have it. Super easy, right? It didn't take us a lot. We used a couple different grill brushes. We used the world's best grill cleaning tool from the paint department. We used a couple towels. We had our choice of grill cleaners as well. And then a simple ratchet with a couple different sockets to make sure everything was set and ready to go. And that is it. So quick and so easy. And I do mine about every 3 to 5 cooks. That's when I take this apart and give it a deep clean. Obviously, that will change if you're cooking a lot more high-fat items, maybe a lot of fattier steaks, or maybe a lot more pork roast briskets as well. Just pay attention to it. I always feel like a good rule of thumb is the more I find barbecue crumbs stuck to the inside of my grill, the more I clean it. And then the deep clean down in that fire pit really does a great job ensuring this thing can breathe and give you the best ultimate cooking experience possible. So be sure to head down below the video screen here. Click on the name of this video. That will expand that section, and you can click, print, and follow along. We've got a great grill cleaning tip sheet for you as well. And then when you're down there, don't forget to leave us a comment. We love your comments. We love hearing what you want to see on our next Ace This Recipe video. While you're down there, too, don't forget to subscribe. Click on that bell. Click on the notification. And then tell your family and friends it is time to subscribe to the Ace Hardware YouTube channel, where every week we come to you with something awesome and exciting, whether it's grill cleaning, whether it's lobster, or something more. We've got a lot of cool content ready for you this year and beyond. So thanks for joining us today. I'm Chef Jason Morse, your Ace Hardware grill expert, and we're pretty clean, right? Now the only question we have is, what are we going to cook next? So let us know, and we'll see you on our next Ace This Recipe video.